Or better yet, I'll only include my side of the audio. So I'm muted my desktop audio just to make this really bad nonsense content. This is great. I'll put some vaporwave in the background. That makes it aesthetic. Wait, how do I do that? I don't know if I can. I think I can just do media source. Oh yeah, I can do that. Ooh. Ah, wait. Okay, we're fine. I just need to actually find it. You're absolutely right, yeah, it is. Yeah. Which one is good? All of these file names are in Japanese. Alright. Sure, let's do this one then. This is something now. This is vaporwave. This is aesthetic. I'm gonna make the screen I'm gonna make it purple, because that's also vaporwave. I'm not gonna mess with it like last time. This is live streaming right now, by the way, just so you know. But again, you're muted. Oh god. that's I'm sorry about that. Ooh. Oh god. That's I am the most powerful chaotic demon in the world. I just ask people to get mad and they do it. I'm a god. Yeah. I have, yeah, this is mine now. This belongs to me. Yeah. Really? That's not even me. I feel bad. I gotta click on the live stream. I gotta make sure the audio is actually playing. Okay. Yeah. I love. You're not in, like, that's not even a wrong stance. Technically, if you took the ideas from that podcast, yeah, that would make things worse by a lot. I mean, that's, oh wow. I am a magical chaos demon. Oh god. Magos thinks he has character arcs. He doesn't even get close to the what's the word I just used? Chaos demon arc. Fair enough. Alright, that's good. That's good, I'm glad. Yeah, I don't know if I can queue up. Oh, I can't queue up. Oh yeah, I get that. Okay, I'm gonna unmute your audio now because I want to not just play the same song over and over. But yeah, I agree. I think it should be fine. I think it's okay. I think people who are weird and awkward about it need to be destroyed. I think that's the problem. People who are awkward and make it awkward need to be destroyed, because in itself it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's because people put virginity on a pedestal. People don't understand it. They have these life experiences of being like, ooh, you know, this is a cool thing. It's not a cool thing. It's a normal, healthy action that's good for your body. It's good for your mind.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, if you're asexual, I can understand it's gross. But, like, you know, that's fine. But, you know, people just being scared of it for no reason is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
And they should kill themselves, and I hate them, and I'm gonna shoot them.
Yeah, you should do that. You should shoot them. I mean...
am I on stream?
Yes, you are. You are on the stream.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, the problem with that podcast, as I described in my, you know, now gone dead comment, is that it's just those two, Magos and Max, just being weird, scared virgins is the thing. And it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, I get maybe they're just not into it, but they don't have to circle jerk about it so much. It's a real problem.
Yeah,
this is live
annoying.
streamed, and Magos might watch this, which means that I've been hoisted by my own petard, as it were, and I'm actually just starting beef with my own friends. But
I don't care.
Oh no, you've become the Chaos Demon.
No, if Magos is, I think we're just like, I mean, we're just having fun here. Like, I don't think we're actually trying to start anything. It's just, you know, we're just giving criticism of that podcast. I don't think we're actually doing anything, you know, wrong here. If that were the case, I would tell you to stop.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the thing is, either way, Magos initially said things which I disagree with, and we frequently say things that we disagree with. So I think that's fine, and I think that it's acceptable. In fact, I'm morally obliged to make a bad live stream on somebody else's channel. Oh boy, somebody named Max. Who could that be? Just said, and that's why it's funny in chat, but I don't know what that refers to.
It's literally, no, like, I will not back down on this. It is literally immoral to have something like that, and to have media that, even though it's not, like, in the grand scheme of things, there are other people who would say those things anyway, and they're like, you know, it's gonna be around, the ideas are gonna be around, but you could do a little bit feasibly to keep those ideas from being spread, and, you know, to make the world a better place. Just imagine if the, like, two lonely virgins who watched that video and now hate women instead watch another video where they're like, wow, you know, I really want to respect women, and I really want to, you know, be healthy and make my life better and not be a weird autist, you know? And then they, you know, then they do that. I think that's two more good people in the world who are making the world better and making themselves better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think even though it doesn't mean that much, that's still two lives that exist in the world, and that is making a change. And it's a small change, yeah, but it's a change nonetheless, and it means something. These things mean something. I guess that's my problem with that whole video, is that I'm looking at this from, like, a weird utilitarian, like, collectivist stance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's that's one way of looking at it. I'm just more concerned about it in the way that this, like, they're presenting these silly, like, self-aggrandizing things, and they just make the viewers unhappy. I don't know if anybody could possibly watch that and not just feel, like, annoyed about it, because every way of its presentation is designed to make the viewer less happy than they were before they watched it. I mean, that's again, going back to utilitarian, that is just creating bad feelings in the world, and it's not for a kind of artistic merit. That's just for That's just for the sake of it, really. That's just making people feel mad because you wanted to make them feel mad. It's one thing to write a sad song and have people feel sad about it, or an angry song and make people feel angry about it. But that was just a bad conversation between two people who wanted to jack off for 55 minutes. That's not okay. I don't like it. I disagree with it.
Yeah, I disagree as well.
And I think mostly I just object to the fact that Magos explicitly told me to watch it. Again, not that episode entirely, but he explicitly asked me to watch that podcast, and that's upsetting to me because he thinks so little of me that he would direct that content to something, or he would think that I would stand for that. God, this is unbelievable. Terrible. I hate it. 0 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Max and Magos are like bad people for what they did or whatever. That would just be silly. I just think the thing that they did is a bad thing to have put in the world, and that it's it's creating more bad in the world by it existing. It's not, in the grand scheme of things, yes, it's not super bad, but I think, less bad is always good, right? I'm not gonna, they're cool guys. I love Max, I love Magos, they're some of my best friends, and I want to give them more hugs every day. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, it wasn't cool, that specific action. But like, it's it's not like it makes them worse or anything in my eyes. It's just, I disagree with it. I have my opinions on what was said there and whatnot. But ultimately, they're cool, good people, and I love them.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. They're good people, and I like them, and I don't want them to be mad at me. But on the other hand, they did a terrible, bad thing, and they deserve to be murdered. But they're fine people. I did preface the comment before it mysteriously disappeared by saying that they're both great. I don't want to actually make them mad, because I don't think they deserve to be mad either. But again, they made something that was bad. And I am criticizing them making something that is bad. It's my comment there. Okay, well it wasn't there when I tried. I don't know what happened.
Oh jeez, we started up this whole
It's
thing.
probably because it was really long and I was editing it a bunch, so it probably tripped the spam filter or something. That's my theory about it. Because I was editing it after every line.
What a terrible fate.
I did post a spam comment. It was spam. Yeah. Terrible fate indeed.
Facts. I'm not the arbiter of values or anything.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy. How exciting. What I'm confused about is why this is coming under Max's name and not Weeb Trash Productions in the chat. Why is he using an alternate account for this? I don't get it. What benefit could this have? Is this covert operations? If so, I'm sorry. I've spoiled your cover. I've ruined you. You're gonna get found out. Oh, how strange.
Oh yes.
I just use one account for everything.
Yeah, I use millions of accounts. What one of my plans is, after the Struggles of an Outlaw 3 comes out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new YouTube account for every video I upload.
Oh wow. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Don't do that. No, I'm not gonna let you. I'm gonna hack you. I'm gonna dox you. I'm gonna mail you a spring-loaded boxing glove filled with anthrax, all holding a gun. I gotta do something to stop you, because that's not allowed. I mean, God, would YouTube even let you do that?
Maybe.
Is there a limit to how many accounts you can have, like channels?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. I don't want you to do that. That would be difficult to follow. You need to finish Struggles of an Outlaw. If you don't finish it, I'm also going to stab you.
Oh no, it will be finished.
Okay, good. What's the ETA? When is it going to be finished? Give me a solid release date and a time that I will publicize everywhere.
Most likely January of 2019.
Gee, wow, what? That's a while.
Yeah. I'm working on another very big video that's like going to be an hour first. That is basically a trailer for, you know, I mean, it's a trailer, but it's also like a big analytical video about like myself and my relation to people and about like fucking, you know, the internet in general, but it's formed as like this funny, like dumb persona thing. That the editing on that is going to be insane. Like, just editing the writing on that, like, I've gone over lines and lines over and over and over again in excruciating detail, trying to get it right. It's the only video I've ever done that for. You know, I rarely ever edit my writing, and like this video, I need to get perfect. I've been looking at, you know, stuff on how to like read better or like speak more naturally when you're reading something, just so I can get, you know, my words out better.
Yeah.
So it will sound more natural, like on an emotional level in the video, because it is like a very emotional thing. I've picked out all the music tracks I'm going to use, and all that, and I've written, you know, quite extensive notes on a podcast in that video that I'm going to be talking about with timestamps and everything, like paragraphs and paragraphs of notes and shit.
Oh, wow.
And you know, I have screenplay and stuff written for it of like just describing what the visuals of scenes look like and things like that. You know, this is gonna be a big project before Struggles of an Outlaw comes out. And I'm trying to balance this out with writing a book and trying to make my regular content as well. And you know, it's it's a bit hard, but yeah, the reason Struggles of an Outlaw is coming out so late is just because the video that I'm working on right now is huge and probably won't come out until the summer, just because I don't have a camera that's fully functioning and I don't have a computer to edit with. So I'm kind of just in the text phase with everything. So that script could easily just be there for months without having anything to work on it with.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm looking forward to that, but that will take so long. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. I trust that you'll do it a good. It's just kind of funny how disproportionate like that amount of work is compared to your previous Struggles of an Outlaw things. I mean,
yeah.
Those each took like a month, was it? Was it even that? I don't know. It didn't feel like long to me.
The Struggles of an Outlaw 2 was made in 2 hours, I believe, or 1 or 2 hours. It was entirely unscripted, and I just edited like in that same night. It was made in, you know, over the course of the same day. Like, I came up with the idea, I immediately started filming and writing down visual ideas and songs I wanted to use, and then I started getting into the editor. That was like, it was an immediate thing. Like, it happened, you know, like the snap of the fingers. It was like bam, 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 it's done.
Yeah.
Struggles of an Outlaw 2 took barely any time to get done. I got that done really quick. With the first one, I had put actually a little bit more time into the script, because that scene that I did for the first Struggles of an Outlaw was originally going to be used in a big review that was like a crossover with the Toilet Reviews channel, where I was gonna like pull over the veil of me being a cool character and like, you know, start shit talking myself. And I was like, this idea is dumb. I don't need to be playing chess and then admit I'm playing checkers the whole time. I don't need to start playing the fool and then, you know, have the big reveal. That's just stupid. you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
I didn't want to do that. So what I instead did was I took the footage I had, and mainly the reason I did this was because Magos had said, "Hey, Outlaw, I really like this dumb vlog you did where you're shit talking yourself. Why don't you do something with this?" And I guess because Magos was saying it was so cool, I hated the video when I made it, when I watched it. I took the footage, I edited it together, and then I put music over it, and then that was the first video. Little did I know that it would spiral off into a gigantic meta-narrative about myself and, like, all of these other things that's, going to pour my heart out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all because Magos on that podcast just told me he liked the first one, that I ended up actually editing it into a real video that wasn't just a dumb vlog on Production Outlaw.
Yeah.
And with the second one too, because like when that came out, Magos had told me, like, Outlaw, don't quit YouTube or whatever, because at the time I had seen End of Trash and I was like, wow, End of Trash is one of the greatest things I've ever watched. I really, really love End of Trash. And so when I had seen that, I was like, holy fuck, I am never going to make anything this good. Because Max is a year younger than me, and in a lot of ways, he's far smarter than I am. And so, like, when it comes to, like, shots and stuff like that, on a core level, he just seems to know how to do this stuff, and it's really cool. He's literally a genius. I'm messing up on my words today because I'm autistic, but like that man is a powerhouse of artistic creativity and genius. And so when I watched the End of Trash, I felt so defeated just because I thought, oh, well, I can never make anything this good. And I was expressing this to Magos at the time, and Magos was like, Outlaw, you gotta pull up your bootstraps and quit being a bitch and make a real thing, and you're cool, and Max is cool, but the reason he's cool is for this different reason, and you don't need to care about that. And I was like, whoa, dude, this is pretty cool. And so after Magos had basically told me to pick myself up off my feet or whatever, I had went and made Struggles of an Outlaw 2 shortly after, and people really liked that video. So in a way, Magos is the sole reason I did either of those two videos, just because he's such an inspirational, great friend to me.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad about that, yeah. I mean, that's good. I almost watched the End of Trash, but the thing is, because I don't actually know Max very well, I've only spoken to him like 3 times to the present day. I realised that I don't get, and probably won't get, a lot of what is in End of Trash, and it's like 4,000 hours long. So, I don't know. I didn't watch it, but I almost did, and I saw people like it in the comments, so I trust that it's probably pretty good. But yeah. Also, yeah, I don't entirely like get a lot of the weird things that people do on this strange website, because I don't know, I don't look into it. I got other stuff to do. So I'm actually the worst audience here, but
Oh wow, you being the worst audience, I would have never guessed.
Yeah. You trying to tell me that the friend of somebody who's your friend is not the perfect audience to all of your content?
Yeah. What a fair point. Has anything been going on in the text chat?
Yeah,
because
it's just
I just
Max,
checked. We had
yeah.
3 viewers.
Oh wow.
What has he said?
He's saying Outlaw is cooler. There's literally a 2-hour section of me explaining my entire backstory, almost completely unedited. Okay, well at some point I'll have to come back to End of Trash, because it looks cool. I want to watch it, but it is a big time investment, and I don't have a lot of time, especially not lately. But yeah, it's like a 5 out of 10.
Outlaw is not cooler. You're wrong, but also, but the 2-hour section, I think it added a lot to the lore, like emotionally, and not just for people who are invested in all of Max's videos. I think from the stance of, okay, let's look at End of Trash as an artistic project. Like, it starts out with him being that character, and then you see him open up a bit, and there's legitimately like really emotional, you know, parts in that film that because of the build-up that was made in that vlog section, they wouldn't have had that payoff. So I think, you know, just from like a film structure standpoint, even though it was like a raw vlog that had only minimal editing, I think it added a lot to the film. I should do a video on End of Trash and why it's so cool.
Okay, yeah, you should, because I want to understand why it's cool without having to actually watch it. That's my end game here. I just want to glean the information while having to put in none of the time investment.
Yeah. I've wanted to do a video ever since I watched that, just because, like, I was fucking floored when I first saw that. Like, I literally cried twice when I watched that movie. That's how affected by it I was.
Cool. That's pretty rad.
End of Trash is incredible. Weeb is wrong for not saying it's a 10 out of 10, and I will fight him every day over this. See, Alex, these are the debates me and Weeb have whenever we get viciously angry at one another. It's over how good his content is.
Of course it is. I think that the End of Trash is just random clips of a guy being a weeb. I hope nobody's made that joke before, but they probably have.
Oh no, wait a minute, on the comments on that video, you literally say random clips of a guy being wacky.
I probably do.
I saw that comment, I have that comment saved.
It's literally just a copy-paste of another comment on somebody else's video. I mean, why would you save that? What is wrong with you?
Because I thought it was funny. I need to save everything. If the comment gets deleted, I need to have it as an archive.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Because as we all know, Weak Trash Productions is the most egotistical man. So if you even make a joke in his direction, he will slam the ban button harder than Endless Jest does.
Yeah, that's true. That's what happened. Endless Jest slammed the ban button real hard, and it emitted so much ban radiation that Weeb Trash absorbed it, and he became Super Max. He became Super Max, known by his pseudonym Weeb Trash Productions. And that's how he's good at making long videos, and also that's how he's good at banning people. It's because of Jesse radiation.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Oh man. What a good time. Yeah. Struggles of an Outlaw coming soon. Big other video that's a trailer for Struggles of an Outlaw coming soon. They're both going to be autistic messes. Struggles of an Outlaw 3 is probably going to make a lot of people very uncomfortable in a lot of ways and very sad.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time. This other video is just going to make them think I'm autistic.
Wonderful. I'm ready.
My body is ready.
Yeah. Banning people is the funniest thing. I've never banned anybody from anything. That is something that I can say that I have done. I've never banned anybody. I've kicked people.
I agree with Max on this. Like, when I blocked Plot Progressor B on Twitter, like, that man is a cunt. And it was probably my last resort, but at the same time, with a lot of these people, you have to realize, like, they're never going to change. You know, I'm the biggest rehabilitation person there is. I think rehabilitation is the GOAT and that it should, you know, happen. But at the same time, there are some people who are just unwilling to ever change, and they can't find that in themselves. And plus, at the same time, like, you shouldn't put yourself through trying to help people change sometimes. Sometimes people are just cunts, and you have to cut them out of your life. And if you can do it in a funny way, then congratulations, you know? Plot Progressor B was one of those people. I had to block him on Twitter because he kept being a cunt and kept being a smug, self-important asshole who was shooting way above his pay grade in his ego.
Just like Weeb Trash Productions.
Uh, sure.
This is my new meme, just me calling Weeb Trash Productions egotistical. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So yeah. So with that guy, since he was being such a cunt, I just blocked him, and it was fun. It was fun to block that person, and I think people have this weird stigma about this, where they say, "Oh, you're just taking my freedom of speech. You're just being an egotistical cunt." And it's, first of all, freedom of speech has to do with the government. It has nothing to do with people sending someone out of your house, And second of all, there is a point where it does become just wanting an echo chamber. But if you just cut out, like a cunt, out of your life, I don't think that's wanting an echo chamber. I think that's wanting a pleasant life where you're not as stressed out,
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I support people who have different thresholds for banning people. I don't do it very often because I kind of like... I don't know, I think that if I go too long without seeing criticism, it'll affect me more the next time I do see it. So I kind of like just having a low level of criticism all the time, rather than just getting criticized once and feeling really bad about it. So that's why I do it, but I also totally support people who just ban them straight off, because you don't have to facilitate that. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely, like, of how the criticism is presented, like with Plot Progressor B. Let's say he commented on one of my videos and went, "Wow, Lily, you're being a real slut in this video. Why did you wear that dress there? That's a little bit short down there on the leg. Ooh, I don't like that."
This is Victorian England.
That's not a valid criticism, first of all, and second of all, if you have a real problem with the dress size, don't be a smug cunt. Presentation matters in a lot of things. Presentation is very important. Saying that, saying something politely and showing that you care about their feelings is going to help a lot in how you present your point. If you come off like a smug, self-aggrandizing asshole in how you present your point, it's unlikely people are going to listen to you. But if they think you have, good intentions, if they think you're well-intentioned and all that, if they think you're cool, and you care about them, then, they're going to take that criticism more to heart. But don't be a smug cunt about it. If someone's being a smug cunt, then the creators have every right to ban them, just because they don't need that stress in their lives. Who the hell are commenters to act smug? What do they make?
Yeah, exactly.
Someone puts all their time into making this video game or this video. Why should they have to listen to people being smug towards them when they do nothing at all? They didn't do any of this work. And so politeness, I think, has a lot to do with these things, and be good at giving criticism is what I'm saying too, and understand what the video is going for, because maybe the video wants to be a slutty video. Maybe that's the point. If you don't understand that that's the point, then your criticism probably doesn't mean that much in a lot of ways. You know, unless you just have a broader point about oh, sluts are ruining our morals or whatever. But even then, who cares?
I mean, the thing is, a lot of the time when people are smug, it's down to the fact that they want to feel like they are above doing whatever you're doing, because they view what you're doing as great, and they want to feel. I mean, on some level, their mind correlates it with success or doing something admirable, but they don't like that because they're not doing it. So their next thing is to act as though they are above that, so they don't actually have to think about why they're not doing it. They just have to, they just have to think, oh, well, you did it bad, therefore I'm still good because you did it bad. I think that's a large part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
People will go to very, very far lengths to preserve and to prevent cognitive dissonance. I've noticed that people in a lot of ways. But
Yeah.
I won't get into. I won't get
Don't
into
be a jealous
specifics.
cunt. Work harder. Oh yeah, I mean I don't mind if you go into specifics.
Okay. Well, this is where I get to be a preachy vegan boy, because I was literally having this conversation with somebody earlier that all of the arguments against veganism are just preventing cognitive dissonance. Is the thing. I mean, there are very few valid arguments against veganism. If you're too poor to buy, like, to have a reasonable quality of living, okay, maybe you're not the best candidate. But if you're an average, middle class or even lower middle class person, then you can be vegan, and that's not gonna hurt you. You know? It's very easy in the modern world to be vegan because things are made. International transport is here, and it makes a difference, a big difference. You've muted your microphone, so I assume that you've died, or you're running to go eat a bunch of lentils.
No, I'm right here.
Okay, welcome back.
I was just listening to what you were saying. Hopefully I've been unmuted this whole time on the stream.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I thought that for a moment you just kept me muted this whole time, which would be terrible. Has anything been said in the chat? Because we've remained at a steady, 3 viewers this whole time. I don't know how.
I don't know. Max says plot progressor B is 12.
Yeah, he is 12. He's a bit.
Oh boy, Fogey's here. He says hard.
Oh man, my favorite goddamn human being on Earth.
Yeah. He's that guy, which I hate now. I don't really know much about him.
Man.
I've spoken to him a few times. I don't really have any strong opinions, but I strongly dislike him. But I don't have any strong opinions.
Oh yes.
And because I don't know him, this is something which I'm willing to keep up.
Oh man, Alex, you're one of the problems in the big video that I'm working on. That I mentioned that I have a problem with this type of attitude.
Oh god. Okay. I mean, that's fair. I get it.
Oh boy. We should do a podcast for a podcasty segment in Struggles of an Outlaw 3, where you just bully me.
Sure, yeah.
That would be pretty funny. I probably only use 5 minutes of it, corresponding to related footage.
Mm-hmm.
And related music.
Yeah. That's cool then.
Recently I've thought about doing these music retrospective videos on entire bands, but really well edited, trying to make it to where the music will flow into the video and the video will flow into the music, and I can have the music playing over my voice but sound good, actual proper audio editing in FL Studio and stuff, and have it be edited in a smooth way where everything just goes smooth. And just say everything I have to say about certain bands, record the whole thing unscripted, edit the audio like hell, and then just edit the video in a really smooth running way about all my favorite bands. That's something that I kind of want to do because people, they make vlogs about music, they just sit in front of a camera and talk about it, but I feel like in order to really get what I'm talking about, I have to show you the music. And I mean, I could just play clips of the music, but it's more cool to make it flow with my voice and to flow into the video in a smooth transitions type of way,
Yeah, that sounds like a very good idea. I agree, people talking about music in a kind of vloggy way is not very effective. And I think it's good. Innovation, it's good. Do it.
Yeah. It's not exactly innovation because I'm kind of ripping off part of the idea from DigiBro's videos on the music from, or the soundtrack music from fucking Inio Asano is a draw boy. I think he's a writer. Who is it? One of the guys. He did
I
a
don't know.
video on music and anime or something, and it was edited kind of in the way that I want to edit it. So I'm kind of ripping him off, but doing it in a more utilitarian sense.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's good then.
Yeah. I'm taking the good parts and making it for something different and maybe better, because it's not about anime, and anime is shit.
Yeah. Again, that sounds cool, and I think you should do that. Yeah, do it.
The first one I want to do is either on like Pink Floyd or Iron Maiden, because those are, kind of bands.
Do Pink Floyd. I don't know anything about Iron Maiden, but I like Pink Floyd, so do that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I
live
gotta
streaming
re-listen
my
to-
downloaded music library, so people can see all the things that I like to listen to now. Oof.
Oh yeah.
All these secrets.
Hopefully I don't get any strikes. Don't play In the Aeroplane Over the Sea or I'll get a strike. I currently have a strike from using that music.
Oh my god. No, I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna play Vaporwave that even Last.fm doesn't recognize properly.
Last.fm.
Yeah. Last.fm. I got Last.fm.
Anything new in the text chat?
Yeah, I think Foggy and Max are in a committed relationship now.
Oh geez, what's going on? Read these to me.
Okay. So let me start up from the beginning, from where I left off. Max says, "Hi Snip Boy." Foggy says, "I love you, Alex. I was being kind of shitty last we talked. Sorry you caught me in a bad mood." I said, "I forgive you, Foggy." Max said, "I ship Foggy and Alex." Foggy said, "You can't ship us, we'll never interact." Max said, "No, I put the both of you on a boat." Foggy says, "I'll captain your ship, baby." And I said, "I ship Foggy and Max." Foggy says, "Good sir, that is a minor. Miss me with that pedophilia." And Max says, "Everyone is legal if you use their mouth."
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Just hearing you read that last line was oof. That was good.
Well, I'm glad one of us
cut
enjoyed
that
it.
scene out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cut that scene out and then use it in an exposed video on the Chromasticator channel.
No, don't do that. That
I'm
doesn't...
gonna destroy your reputation with Welsh game developers.
Oh god, yeah, that would end me. That would sully the good name of my country and game developers.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Alex Horatio is gay, and then everyone is gonna stop working with you.
Oh my god, that's gonna be crazy. I'm ready for that.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. That's good.
Alex Horatio knows the way.
Yeah. How Alex saved the entire indie community. Yes. That's me. I'm saving the entire indie community.
Please tell me you made that up.
That Foggy said that in chat. He said how Alex saved the entire indie community.
Oh jeez, that's great.
Yeah. Max says
I should do that video now. Oh sorry, go ahead.
boy. Max says Alex is straight. That's just not correct. I mean,
Yeah, that's literally not true.
There's not even any negative connotations with that. Like, you can say somebody's gay and there's a funny little haha, get it, because gay people were bad for like a while. But straight people, it's not so much. That's not an insult, man.
No, Alex Horatio is literally gay. Like, it's not even a joke.
Yeah, again, I've had a boyfriend for 3 years. I'm pretty gay, dude.
Oh man, 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I have the healthiest social life of anybody in the Chromasticator's circle. And I'm only very tangentially in there. These things might be related.
Oh yes, Alex Horatio, the man who is in the Chromasticator's circle.
Yeah, but you know, I know some of the members. Is the thing. I'm a fringe friend of like some of them. I mean,
you need
know.
to start knowing all of them.
I know enough of them. I don't want any. No.
Know all of them but Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know Jeff.
We gotta add you. You gotta. Oh, good. He's like an absolute cunt. But yeah, we gotta add you to the Chromasticator Skype group.
I don't want to be in the Skype group. Yeah, you missed your chance to make me
I have your
gay.
Skype.
Good job, Foggy.
Sir, I have your Skype, sir. I know your real name. I could dox you.
Oh wow, what are you gonna do? Go ahead, dox me. It doesn't show up with anything. It's way easier to dox me from my online Alex Horatio name than my real name.
I'm not gonna say it on stream.
It's Alex Caswell. That's my real name. I said it, so it loses its power.
Oh, god damn it. What about Aaron Coswell?
Okay, she's
What do you find?
I don't know. I don't think you'd find anything for him either. Either way, I'm named after a beach. Caswell is the name of a beach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and let's shit on your brother for a little bit. Why does he constantly change his name? I think that's the real reason you can't dox Aaron Coswell, because he constantly changes his name.
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Oh my god. When he grows up, he's going to be one of those people who's constantly getting new fake identities off the deep web.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Yeah, I honestly don't know.
He's going to be getting fake visas and fake credit cards and stuff in his name.
Oh yes, that's true. That is objectively correct.
I've thought about doing that before, like to just get a fake visa and pretend to be older than I am and then just leave.
I mean, would that necessarily work? That sounds difficult, I guess.
Maybe. I mean, you have to work for long enough to get enough money, and then you have to buy the, the fake visa and identification and everything, and then leave that way. But the issue is that, it's kind of a problem of logistics, where you would have to be living in, first of all, a country that's far cheaper than the one I would be living in now, and I would have to let go of a lot of the luxuries that I have as an American. Even as a poor one, I can live with, a lot of luxuries. So, like, if I were living in the Philippines or something, people always talk big game about how it's $100 rent and stuff, but at what cost? What is the toilet like? What is the clientele like, and things like that? So if I were to do that, I would be moving down in the world significantly. Wouldn't have any access to my internet friends probably, because I'd be on like dial-up. So it seems like a very bad plan to go with something like that. And I quickly removed it from the table. That's more of like a last resort type of thing.
Yeah.
Why am I talking about this on a live stream?
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I sort of want to move to like Canada or somewhere, because that seems cool. Canada's cool, but yeah. I don't know. I don't really. I'll only move to Canada if the UK is really starting to like nosedive. However, I have to single-handedly save the United Kingdom economy by becoming the best game developer in the entire multiverse. You got to make another video, which is how Alex saved the entire Britain community.
How Alex Horatio saved the entire United Kingdom.
Yeah. It's my endgame.
How Alex Horatio united the entire kingdom.
Yeah.
You finally got Ireland, dude. We had North Ireland, and now because of you united all of the UK, and now it's just Ireland, part of the UK.
Yeah, that's what I did. That was me.
You used your slick bullying skills to bully Theresa May into starting another war, and then just nuking the capital, Dublin.
Yeah. That's what I did.
They succeeded.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking that I would be becoming the best game developer. That's how I would do it. So I just develop a game app, and they'd be okay. Please just leave. Oh, we'll do
Oh,
it.
no,
We'll do what you say if you leave.
You're a game developer, alright, but the game you're developing is not on consoles. It's in the mind. What you had to do...
Wow.
You had to bully Theresa May so far that she just had her brain tricked into bombing Dublin.
Yes, it's much stronger than Jiren, even though he's bad and from Dragon Ball Super, which is bad. I watched like half of it and got bored because it made me sad. It's just crazy powers. I don't like it. It's just everything just gets stronger. It's the same formula for the entirety of Dragon Ball Z, just stretched out past the Buu arc, which is already kind of stretched out. Just make him different colors now. There's blue, there's white. I mean, there was already red, but still, I mean, why do that? I hate it. 0 out of 10 makes me real mad. When I was like 13, I was a collaborator on a Dragon Ball Z mod for Half-Life 1. That's something which I don't think gets talked about enough. I don't know if it's still like up or it's even released yet.
Yeah, how far did you get on that, and what roles did you take in making that mod?
I wasn't actually making it. I was a community guy. I didn't really know how to do it, but I mean.
So you just did social media.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was called Earth's Special Forces. I'll post it in the Discord.
Yeah, what a cock.
Yeah.
Doing marketing, what a bitch, what a punk bitch.
Oh god. It was mostly just so I could like see what was going on. Like just so I could, because I was interested, I wanted to know. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Gotta remove those faggots from your life.
Yeah. And the last version of this mod came out in 2008. It's still supposedly being worked on, but it's taking crazy amounts of time.
Much like Half-Life 3, it's still being worked on.
Yeah, I mean, although on the other hand, this one, people are doing like regular screenshots is the thing. And like, they're doing stuff. Like the last blog post was, it was 2018. You know. Like, stuff's happening, it's just happening so slowly, you know?
Yeah, who all is working on it? Because you think this would be discontinued by this point if it last update was 20.
It's just loads of really weird, not good people, you know? It's not, yeah, it's not good people. They're all weird and kind of like problem people. Yeah, it's not good.
Also, I just realized I said 28 instead of 2008. That was not a joke. That was not intentional. I literally just said 28.
You are like a queen of queens for doing that. It's great. 10 out of 10. I'm proud of you. But there's. Now there's another one which I was briefly involved in, which is another Dragon Ball Z mod called Zek 2, which was also not that good, but at least this one was, I mean, it existed, which is something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what were those people like on that S-Forces one that was only updated in 2008 and it still has screenshots for?
They were just all really smug, annoying people. There were a few pretty cool ones. I spoke to them a little bit. One of them became part of like the project doing maps or something. The other one just wandered away at some point. Most of them were just horribly smug. Eventually I just left. Well, I think I made multiple accounts and got banned after like 6 months of being on there, and because like nobody there was willing to unban me, they just left me banned, so I couldn't get back on there. But that's fine. Yeah.
Oh boy, I just got an email. My mom added a new photo on Facebook.
Oh boy, let's show it on stream. Let's dox your mum.
No.
There's Spacey Filmer in the chat who said, "You gay, winky face."
I mean, that's literally true.
That's
How many times?
yeah.
Like, how many times? This is the second time, Alex, that this has been directed at you. That this is literally true.
Yeah, yeah. It's great though because I derive great pleasure from people saying "you gay" and then I'm saying "haha, yes, yes, yes I am." That's great pleasure right there. That makes me laugh. I chuckle. I throw my head back and I laugh. But it's okay, I guess. It is kind of surprising how often that comes up. Once I walked, like last year, I walked into my computer science classroom, and the teacher wasn't there because he had like left somewhere. So it was just the students there, and one of the students asks me, "Alex, can I ask you something?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And he says, "Are you gay?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Are you serious?" "Yeah." And then he says, "I told you," to everybody else in the room.
The heck?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. That's not a good teacher.
Yeah. Well, the teacher was gone. This is just another student. I don't know where the teacher went. The teacher's not good either, though. He's weird. But yeah, I won't get into that. He said that Pumped Up Kicks was the computer science theme song. That is something which he said. He put on Pumped Up Kicks in the middle of the lesson and said that it was the computer science theme song. You know the song?
Jesus.
The one about school shooting?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like Pumped Up Kicks. It's a good song.
It's a nice song, yeah. But terrifying when the teacher says that this is the computer science theme song.
Yeah. Who the heck said, what is Aaron is cool? Oh, your brother, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I now have gotten the live chat onto my tablet.
Ooh, wonderful.
But how long until the Philippines becomes Malaysia? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
That's what Spacey just told me in the end.
Wonderful. That's quality right there.
Because I told him, seriously considering moving to the Philippines. I wasn't seriously considering that. I don't know why I said that.
You really tricked him, didn't you?
Oh yes, I've tricked him. The Philippines is a bad place to live. There's no reason to go there.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
Like Japan is like it's go to Mongolia, go to Japan, go somewhere good. Don't go to the Philippines.
Yeah, the Philippines isn't great really. They're kind of poor. They don't have much going on. I mean, people in the Philippines should probably like leave the Philippines. It's not worth it.
I mean, like if you live there, in order to like live the same life you live as a what's it called? As an American, you have to pay the same amount as an American, and so you know you end up basically paying the same amount of money to live in a worse place that isn't even aesthetically that cool.
No, I have no idea what I'm talking about, Spacey. I'm just assuming the Outlaw's done the research, but let's face it, she probably hasn't.
What do you mean?
I know some stuff about Canada, and I know some stuff about the UK, but neither of those are the Philippines. I know from what I've heard of the Philippines, it's a poor country. That is to say, from one person from the Philippines who I know.
Oh, I didn't know Bagos was ever in this chat.
Yeah, he was.
I had no idea he was there. Yeah, it is a 10 out of 10. I don't know why Max keeps saying it's bad. It's literally a 10 out of 10 film. Investopedia lists Malaysia as a top 4 country to retire to in Asia. No, Bhutan is the best one. Bhutan is literally the greatest country in the world.
He said top 4 country, but either way, I mean, I'm speaking as a general judgment call about the area of, Southeast Asia. It's usually not,
yet. I think Bhutan is the most free country in the world.
Potentially. I don't know much about Bhutan.
Yeah, like, what was I gonna say?
Nobody
Something
knows.
about, yeah, the main problem with them is that the internet they have is basically like dial-up. But other than that, like, they literally have like one of the best, like, cool dude governments, and they care a lot about, you know, like, freedom of speech and being tolerant towards one another, and they keep out like bad immigrants because it's really hard to immigrate there. They've had some refugee issues in the past that were questionable, but other than that, I think, you know, they keep out like the bad immigrants, you know.
Mhm.
But like,
That was a statement you just said.
I, and so it's hard to immigrate there unless you're becoming a teacher, but I mean, in the future, that's kind of what I want to do anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's good then. That seems to work out. Yeah, that's
Malaysia
cool.
is number 5 for all countries in the world. Well, I mean, I would say, no, I mean, no, it's not. Like, it's illegal, but it's not enforced. Because if you go to any source of people who live there, you know, they don't actually enforce it. Literally on Wikipedia too, it says it's not enforced. They don't care. The king himself has said it shouldn't be illegal. You know, the parliament has said it shouldn't be illegal. So, you know, I based on what I know of the people who live there and of the government, they don't care. That's just left from the British Penal Code having influence on the place.
Yeah, oh well. I
I
mean,
remember there was one guy.
I like Canada.
Sorry, go ahead.
I like Canada. They have a pretty strong economy, a relatively low cost of living in the more rural areas, and they have a great amenities for things like creative stuff. All that's going on. That's pretty cool. They got a really good like creative sector, from what I can gather. Like, there's a lot of like game dev stuff in Canada, and like musicians and like, you know, that's the kind of like arts stuff, which is cool and good, and I like it. Also, it's cold, and the summers aren't really warm and really humid. I like Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Oh damn! I forgot my goddamn point. Iran's pretty cool. They definitely have one of the best aesthetics in all of the entire world.
What, Iran?
Yeah.
Oh.
The sound you made from that was just weird.
Yeah, I don't know much about Iran, but I thought we like the US was kind of at war with them for a while, and I think maybe the UK too.
I can elsewhere. And then immigrate. Bitch.
Why is Spacey just disagreeing with us? He's literally here just to disagree.
That's what he does.
He's just here to disagree. What a sad boy. Let's bully Spacey. That's what we gotta do beef with. Who even is Peter Fogarty? I don't know, but he's probably correct. Spacey is probably a cuckold. That is my value. That is my judgment of Spacey. Probably enjoys watching his romantic partners taken by another man. That's probably what's happened here.
Whoa, dude. Spacey, I didn't tell him about that.
Oh God.
How did you know? Have you been on his Twitter or?
I took it from the post that says "'cause Space is a cuck."
But how did? Well, I mean, I guess Foggy might have known that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh boy. Did we just dox Foggy? Have we got Foggy's real name now? Wow.
oh shit.
Let's dox Foggy.
God,
Wow.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll send. There's no way to send images in chat. I'm gonna make Spacey a mod, or wait, no, I'm gonna make Foggy a mod. How do you add mods on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do I need mods? Is there anyone but my friends who cares about these live streams?
No. No, there isn't.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I should post it on Reddit.
Yeah. You should. You should. Don't do that.
What, how did you get a sub notification if you aren't subscribed, Spacey?
He subscribed on an alt account.
Like, you literally are not subscribed, Spacey. What a bitch. What a punk bitch.
Yeah. Let's hit him. Let's go hit him.
Yeah, I think we should beat up Spacey Filmer. I condone this.
Yeah. I think Spacey Filmer should beat up us. And then we can arrest him. Or the legal system sort him out.
This live stream was not posted on Twitter. How did Spacey find it?
I don't know.
Maybe he just, every time his mortal enemy Alex Horatio says anything, he has the spidey senses that know where it is.
Yeah, definitely. Wait a second, I've doxed Foggy. I'm gonna share what I've doxed.
Whoa, shit. He said the Theresa May thing posted on Twitter. What Theresa May? That live stream is private.
Oh boy. Okay. Boom. Oh. Remove any road distance and try again. No, I'm not gonna try again. It's not worth it. I'll just put it on the stream. I'll just move. This is. Oh, come on.
Oh shoot, my tablet's locking up.
Oh great. This is Foggy. We did it. We doxed him. I found Foggy. Alright, let's go back to this now. Wait, where's my thing gone? Oh, come on.
Put the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack on this video.
No. Where the hell did it
Cowboy
go?
Bebop is a good soundtrack. Shut up, you punk bitch.
Okay. Where's
I
my
don't know why I've been calling people a punk bitch so much lately.
I don't know, but I condone it.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, violate privacy much? The words of a man who doesn't want me to violate his privacy. Oh, that's
What even is the adequate power scale?
I don't know, but it's not adequate.
Yeah, kind of like that time we fucked.
Oh god.
Wasn't even a funny response to that. You just felt disgusted.
Yeah, I guess. Oh god. Need to set all this up again because I closed it trying to dox Foggy.
This is an adequate cast.
This is an adequate cast. This is what this is.
It's not super, but it is adequate.
Adequate might be pushing it, but it isn't bad. It's not too bad. I mean, it could be more bad. And since starting this live stream, I've lost 1 subscriber on my channel, which is, I guess, impressive.
Oh jeez. Is this a quote Spacey posted to me? Malaysia is one of the 3 countries included in the top 10 that's not in South or Central America. Aside from beautiful landscape, expats are attracted to this Asian locale because of the low cost of living and abundance of amenities. Consumer prices, including rent, are nearly 50% lower than the US, with a 1-bedroom apartment renting for less than $400 a month. There are hundreds of islands to visit, and the low cost and wide variety of restaurants make it a foodie's paradise. I don't care about eating. Why would I care about eating? But, let's see. I think Thailand is probably a bit better, just because I've seen enough convincing videos of people living a lifestyle similarly enough to mine that get by on far less money than I can get by on in the US. So I think Thailand is probably the best bet for something like that. The only thing I would have to say is just don't go to the doctor, like don't get sick. But other than that, Thailand is most likely.
I mean, isn't that the same in America? I mean, in America, if you get sick, you literally have to pay $1,000 million per second.
Well, I mean, in my family, I have welfare, so I don't have to pay money on insurance. But if I just had my own job, yeah, my medical expenses wouldn't be covered. It's a terrible fate.
That will never stop being insane to me. The fact that that's a system. Why privatize that? That's so weird.
Yeah. Now, in Bhutan, healthcare is free because they put all of the tourist money into education and healthcare.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Bhutan has literally the best government in the world. Like, I read somewhere, that they had 5-year plan, which I don't believe that, but, there is a great deal of, like, planning within their economy, which is kind of cool. Cool that they plan stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But there's, it's one of those things where, like, the government helps the people a lot, but at the same time they give them, a good amount of, like, freedom. Because one of the problems with a lot of, like, countries with these more socialistic ideas is that they don't let people, they don't let people think their own way, and so it ends up causing a human rights issue. Which, I mean, you could argue, oh, it's not as bad as this, or it's not as bad as that, and, it wasn't actually that bad. I argue many of these things myself, but is it a good place to live? That's ultimately the question. Is it a good place to live with the lifestyle I want to live and with who I am? And I think, right now, no. Bhutan is not a good place to live with the lifestyle I want to live right now. But later in life, when I just want to settle down and have kids and, live
so what you're saying
life,
is Bhutan is in your top 4 places to retire into?
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful.
It's the place where I want to die.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great. Oh boy, Foggy says, from this alone, Alex is my new best friend. We are brothers in hating Spacey. I mean, yeah, I already didn't like Spacey that much because of the whole random clips of a guy being wacky judgment call. I think that was just rude, even if you didn't think it was a great video. And now you're just being a frickin' chat, which is even more indefensible. I also hate Clag, just so you know. If you want to go, like, be friends with Clag. But I hate Clag because he banned me from the Chromasticators. That's what happened. In the first few seconds...
Thailand is the best. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
In the first few seconds after forming the Chromasticators, I was banned. What were you gonna say?
Yes, that time when Clag banned, banned Alex, but, what was I gonna say? I had something I was gonna... Oh yeah, Thailand has the best surgery. There's a lot of really quality surgeons. But no, don't!
No, I don't want to come back.
Okay, I need to type this out in chat. Do not unbanned.
Yeah, I don't want to come back. I don't want to be in the Crow Masticators. I was never technically a member. I just snuck into the server because I saw the invite. That is literally what happened. I don't want to go back in. I'm not going to click an invite. It's gross and I wouldn't have stayed anyway. But the fact that Clag banned me makes me hate Clag. I'm duty-bound to take that to my grave.
Bogey, do not unban him. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I had something to say.
I have something to say. Why don't we just shun Spacey Filmer? Why don't we just sort of... We do the silent treatment thing. Why are you so adamant about me not being unbanned? I mean, I'm not gonna join, you know. I don't even have an invite link. I don't want an invite link. But you're very adamant about this.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, it's when you mix IRL friends into the Crows, it never ends well. There was this guy named Orca. Orca was annoying. He was a cunt. But you know, when Macedonius wanted you know, to get Orca out, people had a reaction to it. He kicked him out because Macy was uncomfortable being around Orca, and some of the members liked Orca more than they liked Macy, but Macy was the server owner.
Oh,
and
God.
so it caused a problem. Yeah, it caused a problem when there was IRL drama, and so just in case, just to be safe, I do not want the potential for IRL drama to permeate the Crows in any way possible. I don't think it'll happen. I don't want it to happen, but just in case it does, we do not need these groups, you know, cutting at each other's throats because one likes, you know, the other and whatnot. I don't want that to happen. So,
Yeah,
no IRL friends. Don't even unban them. Don't even do a symbolic gesture. This is how adamant about this I am.
Jesus. I mean, yeah, fair enough. That's fine. I guess.
What I'm doing is a symbolic gesture of how much I do not want IRL friends in the Crows.
Okay, but you are willing to speak to Magos's IRL friend in a one-on-one live stream.
well, yeah, but we're like, I mean, you're Magos's IRL friend. I'm your internet friend. I'm internet friends with both of you.
Okay, I see.
I don't see how that's a problem. I mean, you messaged me when we first met. I didn't even initiate the conversation. You know, Magos seems to be fine with, you know, us doing content together and being cool. I mean, I don't think you would have a reason to have a problem with it in the first place. But, yeah, I mean, I don't see how that's an argument against what I'm saying. Like, I'm not actively trying to put you in the Crows.
Nonsense.
Oh.
Yeah.
You could just be God like me and stay on good terms with both Macy and Orca's side. I was on both of their sides, Foggy. I don't know what this has to do with what we're talking about.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's just start wars. Why did Magos do a tweet that's upside down? What does it say?
Send me a link to this.
His tweet is upside down. I'll send you over Discord. Let's see. It says, like you're running out of time.
Huh.
Thanks, Magos.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama. Oh man, I bet that tweet's gonna get redacted. Because it was on this stream, and so the only way he could have shown the lore was on this stream.
Yep.
That would be pretty funny.
Yep. That would actually be quite funny.
But yeah, Bogey, I apologize for getting, you know, as adamant about that as I was, and I don't want to argue about this. I'm just saying, like, IRL friends in the Crows, even symbolically, should not be a thing. I just, you know. Oh, okay.
Oh boy, yeah. 10 out of 10.
Your friendly neighborhood, you know who is coming. This is a PlayStation Store email. I don't care.
Oh boy. The new Spider-Man game.
Oh, did you get that email too?
No, but I know that there's a new Spider-Man game.
Oh, that's what they were emailing me about.
Yeah. That's what happens when I read the game news every day. I know all of the games, even though I don't play all of the games. I don't play a lot of the games. I should probably play more games, but I just don't. I play indie games that my friends make.
Yeah.
Ten out of 10. Yeah. Oh my god. Will everyone who goes to Crowcon have to leave the server because we'll be IRL friends? Amazing. I think that's correct, actually. I think that Crowcon should be sort of culmination of the Crow Masticator's arc, and then after that, all of you should just disband. Like you should all.
AX is the way.
Yeah. Well, you should all meet up, and then you should like never speak to each other again, because that is the culmination.
Oh yes, yes. This is what we've been working towards. When Drunken Ninja 98 punches me on the head, in my head, Drunken Ninja 98 is gonna hate me so much because I'm gonna be better at Pong than him. That he's gonna hit me on the head with a shoe, and then I'm gonna fall over and then say, "No more IRL friends in the Crows," and then we all disband.
That's what's gonna happen. I'm banking on that happening. Yes, that is my plan.
I'm gonna be so good at Pong. You don't even know, Alex. I'm such a good OP at Pong.
I mean, I kind of believe you at this point. I trust you. You said you're really good at Pong, and I mean, yeah. It sucks that Pong is pretty much impossible to play over the internet. It's actually, that's like a proper thing in game design, the whole Pong being impossible thing. Because you know,
is it?
Yeah, it's like it's an example of an unsolvable problem, is that because the way networking works, there's going to be some delay, and you don't know if the paddle moves in front of the ball or it doesn't, because there's no way to predict it. It's either moving or it isn't, and no matter what you predict, because it generally is too fast for kind of like lag compensation to work, it's unsolvable. You know, it just messes up the whole game. It's impossible. You can play it over like very low latencies, but anything more than very low is gonna mess you up.
Okay. Do you want to try this Pong 2 website? I need to, I need to try and figure out if this is gonna work on my tablet because I'm using the Google Chrome app. One sec.
Okay, I suspect it won't work for several reasons, but you can try it.
I mean, yeah, we can try. How do you create a room in this game is what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know. I don't even know what game you're talking about.
Pong!
Yeah, but like, what client? What is it called? What do I do?
Pong 2 is what it's called. It's the one you sent me a link to, Alex.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
How do you go into a room?
Okay.
I don't know how this works.
Okay, so you have to go to online from the main menu. You go to online multiplayer, then casual, and then set your room to be something.
Where is the casual button? I clicked multiplayer and then I don't see.
You have to go to online multiplayer.
I don't see a setting for online multiplayer. Is this just not showing up on my tablet? What's going on here?
Go to the main menu. There's two buttons. One is multiplayer and one is online multiplayer.
Okay, so I'm at a screen that says pong2.com. It says single player, multiplayer, settings. I don't see one that. Maybe if I go to arcade mode or.
One sec. I don't know. I'm live streaming literally right now, so I can show you exactly what I'm. Oh god, I just clicked. I was gonna remove this horrible pink filter because this is like awful.
Was there a pink filter on this live stream? Did you do that?
Yes, I did that. Yeah, look. Do you see?
Why?
Because Vaporwave. There was also Vaporwave playing the whole time. Yeah. Do you see this menu?
I'm not even on the live stream. Let me check.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's fine.
1 second. Let me go to YouTube. This is really exciting content.
It is, yes.
Oh. 1 sec. Okay, so I saw the main menu, and what's happening here is I have literally a different main menu.
Oh, good. Are you on pong-2.com?
Yes, it says, oh wait, I see it now. It says, to play online multiplayer, visit pong-2.com on a desktop device.
Ah, I see.
Shoot.
That's
yes,
real sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's sad. I don't don't think that's gonna be fixable then, really.
Not gonna work. Yeah.
No.
Oh shoot! I did not mean to bookmark this. Get out.
Oof. Ban it. Also, I just realized how much artifacting there is on this live stream. Oh my god. It's because
what's artifact?
Look at the live stream. It's got horrible stripes going down it. Or horizontal
I
stripes.
don't know what artifact is.
You can see them. It's flashing lines.
Oh man, Alex, you know what you gotta do? You need to just live stream your life on my channel.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I'm not exposing my life to the internet at all, let alone your channel. Don't worry about that. That's not something that's
live stream your cat.
No. My cat is mine. Get your own.
No, he's gonna be mine. Do we have to settle this in the divorce papers, Alex?
There are no. That's not. No, that's not no. My cat is not even in my room. Wait. No, it's not. I thought it might have been, but it's not. I don't know where my cat is. I have several cats, and all of them are mine. Not yours.
Well, it's gonna be mine. Alright, I'm taking this to court, Alex. You don't even know.
You don't have the guts. You wouldn't dare to go to court about this.
Oh yeah? Alright? Yeah? Get ready, because it's coming. It's coming.
You're gonna take me to court. You're going to sue me.
Yeah, I'm gonna sue you over rights to my child, my cat.
Okay. I mean, you can have any child that you can see in my house. Come to my house, pick up a child, and take it. I will pay you to do that.
Cat.
Not the cat, though. The cat is not a child.
The cat is my child.
No, it isn't. I was there when all of my cats were born. I know who their parents are. They're not you.
I'm its parent, alright? Emotionally a parent? That's what it is. You're just too into objectivity.
I am not into objectivity.
Yes,
I think
you are.
You are wrong. I think...
no, I'm not.
That's bad and... I need to destroy you now. You need to be destroyed. You deserve to be destroyed.
You were juggernauting this live stream.
Yes.
Oh god, we need to do a live stream every day.
Oh my god, that is a nightmare.
Like, just have you work on video games and have this be an excuse for content.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, in the daytime, when I'm, like, awake enough to even bother, my house is full of people, so I can't do any live streaming. But in the evening, I can do live streaming, but I'm way too tired to do it. So it's a paradox. I can show all of you peeps what my game's like now. This is some live just showing you what's going on. This is...
Oh man, Mushroom the Ruckus. Here we go.
Yeah. I'll start from the second half because why not? Oh, it's going on the other screen. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's just...
Mushroom the Ruckus was a bad name choice, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if you have a better suggestion, feel free, but nobody's coming forward with anything that's better.
Tome?
No. That's not better. Don't you lie to me.
Baldur's Gate.
Yes, sure. Baldur's Gate. I'll call my game Baldur's Gate. What? Yeah.
Wasteland.
I'll call it Fallout 3.
Oh, jeez.
Boys,
You'll call it H-Bomber Guy.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna. I'll call it Fogey. This is the actual meat of the game now. This is done from the intro. So you got these.
I'm gonna go on 4chan and find the first thing that I see and then tell you to call your game that.
Fine. But what, you're gonna miss the bit where I smack everybody in the head. Okay, there's a bit of a stream delay, so start looking in about 10 seconds. I've just started
You
smacking
should call it
everybody.
Infinite Painter.
Alright, that's a bad idea. Oh boy.
Call it Chaotic Thread.
You call it Chaotic Thread. Alright, that's what the demoing you
And
get.
maybe you're chaotic. How about that?
No,
Don't
you're not.
trust Nips.
What?
That's the name of your game. Don't trust Nips.
Okay, sure. I mean, no, that's not happening. I'm not doing that. I'm calling it probably Mushroom the Ruckus unless somebody comes up with a better name. I like the name.
Oh shoot.
You can't stop me.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad of a name. I just found a cool image of Jiren, but yeah, it's not that bad of a name. When I start making video games, I'm gonna give really edgy titles to them. Like the games themselves are gonna be super edgy to like. How is this allowed on the internet level?
Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
And not even like just for being like bad though, just for being literally a bad video game.
What?
Like,
You're
how
just
could
going to
it-
make bad games?
Yeah,
So like trash games, like that thing
Yeah.
that's going on. That's good.
like postmodern art.
That's good. The thing with trash games is that it's like minimalism. You have to actually be good at making things that are good before you can make trash games. Because the whole point is that you have to know how to make a game that's good, and then you have to subvert it and do it in a way that isn't good, you know? It's a lot more nuanced than you would think. But
Trashgames.uk. You can contact me, Duncan Walker, if you have any questions about my projects or for freelance work at d.walker@trashgames.co.uk. This was the first result that came up when I looked up that term. But
okay. No, just go to this Twitter user called, his Twitter handle is @moshboy. He's basically the founder of that genre.
Mosh Boy sounds like that's something your brother would call himself.
It does, doesn't it? But yeah. The point is
What do you mean outlaws anti-choice? What are you even talking about, Spacey? Sorry, go ahead.
He's just a bad person. Don't worry about it. He's just evil. He's just inhuman. He's just got a brain of steel. He's just Adolf Hitler.
Spacey Filmer is just Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, in a nutshell. Okay, let's get some 65 days of static here. This is the band that did the soundtrack to No Man's Sky. So now I can be Sean Murray.
Now I can be doxxed.
Yeah, that's it.
When am I gonna get doxxed?
Hopefully soon. Probably soon.
Yeah, I hope so as well.
Yeah? Oh god, this is really loud. Okay. We're fine. Oh boy!
The explosion
Lord.
destroyed our city,
Who Lord indeed.
transformed our fields into
This is
wastelands.
good content. This
Yeah,
is
it's
like
not.
Adequate Powers 5.
This is
Did
the
we ever-
Adequate cast.
Did we ever get to Adequate Powers 5? Which one was the one that was really bad?
I don't know. I think it was
What?
4. I think it was 3 that was bad. I don't know actually. We've done a few, haven't we?
At least I bank my reputation on making bad videos.
Yeah. I just do that because apparently I hate myself.
Yeah, like literally on my Twitter is outlaw content. Our videos are terrible, but but at least we're upfront about it or something. I don't remember what it is, but it was a
Yeah.
very honest tweet. Also,
Oh, yeah.
Spacey just sent me the message. Wow, this mama cast is fucking terrible.
Oh boy! We're doing it again, boys.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's just something that's gonna repeat forever. Ooh boy, yes, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay.
This is funny.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. It is great. Alright.
Ah. Oh, jeez. They're such elitists about how interesting and crazy their lives are, even though they haven't even experienced any life outside of their own.
Wait, what? There's a valid
that's-
criticism to that, but that's weird. How are you going to experience somebody else's life?
I think what he means is that they haven't done the things they're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's a valid criticism. I mean, yeah, that is basically
But
my entire criticism.
in defense of that podcast, like, it is literally, like, I think the point is that they kind of don't know what they're talking about. Like, I mean, if you haven't done something and you don't have the sufficient information to back up what you're saying, then, you know, and you're ranting about it, then, like, I mean, yeah, you can see from the perspective of these people that they just, you know, they're kind of just playing that character. And I mean, yeah, I agree that in a utilitarian sense, it is kind of immoral, but at the same time, it's entertaining for someone in the world. You know, someone in the world will find these personalities not knowing what they talk about entertaining. And so I think if there's people in the world who can enjoy that, then, you know, it's fine, I guess. But like, I mean, I feel like both of them knew this, that, you know, they don't know about drugs because they haven't done them. But I don't know. I don't want to.
I don't know. I mean, again, the thing is, it feels like they both believe the things that they're saying to be true, and they're just reinforcing each other's beliefs, so they just believe it harder. And I get what we were saying, that he doesn't care, but the thing is, Magos told me to listen to it, which is, again, what really upsets me about this, because he thinks there is something in there that I would like to listen to. I don't get it.
Did he tell you to listen to that episode or just the podcast in general?
Just the podcast in general, but still.
Okay, well, that's different. If he literally sent you that episode and said, watch this, then that would be different. If he told you to watch the podcast, then, you know, the movies episode, the MLP episode, all those things are things that I think, you know, you would find something in. But I think you're being unfair to him by saying, oh, you should have just watched this. It's not like he literally sent the episode to you. I think you're being very unfair.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like, more than anything, I'm mad at the world for the fact that I can't get that time back. Maybe that's just it, and this is all just misdirected rage. But either way, jeez, guys, jeez.
Yeah. I don't know. Who cares?
I mean, I care a lot. I care too much. That's the whole problem here. This problem is based on me not caring. I could have switched it off after 5 minutes. I could have not cared. I could have not messaged you in all caps. I could have not gone into a voice call live stream with you just to trash talk it. And I could have not left a big angry comment on the video. But I did all of those things, and it's too late now.
Spacey just said they don't know drugs or IRL excitement.
Wait till he gets to the part where Magos is talking about how he can get to like that in his head ostensibly. Wait till he gets to that part.
or IRL excitement.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And literally can't conceive that they would provide a different experience than listening to a fucking song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, just factually, like, objectively, it is different, but I don't know, maybe on, like, an emotional level, they're just saying they don't need that, and so they can... I think I only listened to 5 minutes of that podcast, so I couldn't get through the rest just because I didn't like it, but, and that 5 minutes admittedly was jumping around a lot, but I think, I feel like in their defense, you know, what they were saying was more a case of, I don't need these things to make my life better. I don't need these things to get into weird inhuman states. I don't need these things to make me happy or to make my life interesting. And the point is more so, my life just is interesting. I feel like it's what they're trying to say, which is, I guess, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's what they were saying for the first 5 or 10 minutes, but then it just continued to snowball because they were agreeing with each other, and they just agreed harder and harder until it was a case of, I mean, they were saying, like, they were already, like, hallucinating and stuff. I mean, Magos at one point said something basically like, you know, just stay up for, like, 48 hours and you'll hallucinate. You don't need LSD. I mean, he didn't mention LSD specifically, but it was that kind of sentiment, which is insane. Which is, again, that's what inspired me to write that comment, because that is by far the weirdest thing, most incorrect, crazy thing that I have ever heard. If he's trying to play the crazy person, he's done an outstanding job, just not in the way he thinks, and probably not the way he intended. I mean, oh man.
I don't know. I mean, he does, you know, he does play a character based on acts and stuff like that. So I think that might have just been what he was doing, you know. I mean, again, it's a persona thing.
Potentially, but still, he could have just not said that. And because it was preceded by, you know, 15 minutes of them just agreeing with each other, it felt very much like he was just agreeing harder, as I said. It wasn't so much, you know. Yeah.
But I mean, also, Weeb Trash Productions is 15. I mean, you know, it's like he's literally a genius, but at the same time, you know, give the dude some credit, you know.
I mean, again, if Weeb Trash said that, I'd think it was stupid, because I don't know much about Weeb Trash, but he is 15, and maybe he doesn't get it. But on the other hand, I've known Magos for a really long time. Magos is older than 15, and it's you know, it's annoying to see somebody who I'm pretty sure is quite smart say such weird, insane things and presenting them as if you know what you're talking about, like, without any... When I don't know what I'm talking about, I will usually cop to that, I think, or at least I like to think that usually I'll say, yeah, I don't really know what I'm talking about. You know, I'll use some kind of tentative language, but he doesn't, and he didn't. And that's bad, and I want to fight him. And he's probably going to want to fight me if he watches this. I don't really want to fight him, but I do want him to know that he's wrong, objectively.
yeah, it's a what a great time. It's I don't know. I had a point I was gonna make to counter your thing. Oh yeah, I mean also like at the same time, Weeb looks up to Magos a lot, and I think when you're in a position where you're with someone who you look up to, it might be harder to disagree with them. Because I'm someone
Hmm.
who's very easily influenced by other people. When I'm in a situation with someone who I care about, with someone who I have a lot of respect and admiration for, I'm more likely to go to their side just because I'm easily influenced. They put up interesting points, and I don't really want to disagree with them because I respect them and I'm somewhat afraid to, and so I just kind of go along with it and am convinced by it kind of, but don't really think about it. I've been in plenty of positions like that. Of course, as I've gotten like a little bit older, I've kind of moved away from that, but I realize that I still am very easily influenced on a lot of things, and I don't think it's fair to Weeb Trash to just say, oh, he was just agreeing with everything Magos was saying, when there is, easily potential for something like that to happen. It's a human, it's a human reaction to things. It's a human problem, and I just think, we're not giving them enough credit here.
I'm more willing to let Weeb Trash off than I am to let Magos off because, as I said, Weeb Trash is younger. He looks up to Magos a lot more, and he hasn't showed like Magos naturally takes the role of the leader in these things, and he volunteered this kind of information. I mean, he was definitely the one to start this kind of discussion, and I feel as though he was mostly the one to escalate it. Most of the blame lies on Magos. I get Weeb Trash sort of sucked into it, just wanted to do the circle jerk thing for a bit, but still, it's silly, and I still need to do a big long paragraph. I stand by having done that.
I think this conversation is silly.
It is. It's very silly. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Just to add to this, we both realize that this is dumb, and that it doesn't matter.
Yes.
just to put that out there.
These are very low stakes, but for some reason I am very adamant about telling Magos that he is wrong right here. That he is wrong. I need to tell everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the point we've gotten to in our lives, Alex. How do you feel?
Terrible. I hate this. We have 6 viewers. 6.
Oh, jeez.
We're famous.
Who is watching this?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. That's not too many people.
Man. Starting drama live on stream.
Yeah.
Who else are we gonna start drama with, Alex?
I don't know.
I think it's a small game developer you can shit on for being smaller than you.
There's not many people smaller than me. I think no, I am pretty much the smallest proper developer. Well, I don't know.
What do you mean I'll give you one less, Spacey? What does he even mean
just
by
left.
this?
It just went down to 5. I think Spacey just left.
I don't know why he was watching this.
I don't
His
know.
Standards are too low.
This isn't good content even for him. We're back up to 6 though, so maybe he came back. I don't know.
This isn't good content even for him.
No. Ah, shit.
Oh jeez, that's pretty funny.
Oh man. So yeah.
I like how we were making the critique of what's their names, making a podcast where they were just wanking each other off when this podcast started out with us just agreeing with one another.
But at least what we were agreeing with was correct. At least ours was based in reality and something we have both well, at least I have experienced. I mean, theirs wasn't, is the thing. They were talking about things they have no idea They had no experience in those things. I had experience in watching that podcast, and I have more experience with pretty much everything that they were talking about. I mean, yeah. There's the difference between this one and that one.
Because you're well laid. Yeah.
Yes, well laid, not well paid yet though.
Soon, but yeah, like, oh god, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. But I don't know. I feel like from a postmodern standpoint, it could be like, oh, we're just trying to make a thing that doesn't really mean anything, and it's the point of it is so people might enjoy something that doesn't mean something. You know, I can vibe with that. I do that all the time. I don't know.
But the thing is, I can't separate their intent from it. It makes me mad that they made it. It makes me mad that they did that and didn't feel bad about it, because if I made that, I'd feel bad about it, and I want them to feel bad too. If I feel bad about it, that means they have to feel bad about it.
Of course. Yeah. We should watch a North Korean film live on stream.
I don't want to do that. I don't like films. I want to destroy films. I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was. That's really upsetting me. Oh yeah, a moment ago while you were speaking, because I have really long hair, I was wrapping my hair around my finger, and it got stuck, and it cut off the blood supply to my finger for like too long, and my finger hurts. So I'm not happy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but that like really hurt is the thing, because it was like, yeah, surprisingly sharp.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long is your hair? I saw that what's it called video, Rubik's Cube 101 or whatever, and I think that had your face in it.
Yes, it did. My hair is pretty long. It's like nearly down to my waist. Like, I don't know. From a sitting position, I don't know. If I'm like sitting so that my back is perpendicular to my legs, I can touch the middle of my shin with my hair. So that's I don't know, that's not a very good representation, but I can't bother to get a better one, so too bad, bitch.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when are you gonna do a video of you doing CM Punk's pipe bomb live?
I don't know what that is.
What? Have you seen Horseshoe Finale?
Yes, but I don't remember it. Oh, is that the thing where he's sitting down?
How do you not remember?
Okay, yes, I see it, yeah. Sure, but I didn't get that reference.
You're hopeless. You're hopeless, Alex.
I mean, I watched it. I didn't claim to get it. I mean, I said earlier I didn't.
How do you get it?
Huh?
What? That's literally knowing something he said. How is that getting it?
What, CM Punk pipe bomb?
Yes.
I don't know. What was he saying? I don't remember. It's been like a year.
Oh boy, I just lost a subscriber.
Goddamn right you did.
On the main channel, not on this one.
Oh wow. Great.
I don't know why. Maybe they went to subscribe to this one because they knew how great it was.
I think this one, I could be wrong, but I think this one has also actually lost a subscriber, like in the time we've been streaming. I can't prove it, but I think it has. I thought it was 145. It was 144 now.
I'm just looking at your, I thought it was 148.
Oh god.
But yeah, it was 148 last time I checked, but yeah, I was looking at your Rubik's Cube video, and you look weird, dude. You look like somebody who would have a beard.
Yeah. I mean, I almost do some of the time, because I'm just really lazy, so I only shave once a week. But,
ugh.
Yeah, that's the problem, you know? I'm real lazy.
If I had access to razors, I would never forget to do that.
Well, of course not, but that's a somewhat different situation. I'm just really, really lazy. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I feel like in general my face is incongruous with how I sound and act, which is kind of the problem here.
You make a lot of movements with your mouth when you talk. I noticed that in that video.
My mouth is covered half the time. How did you even notice that?
Because I skipped around.
Oh wow, good job.
I skip around in every video I watch. Did you not know this deep lore?
No, why would I know that? That's not. Don't call it deep lore. That's just a thing you do.
It is deep lore. If it's something that I wouldn't feasibly talk about on a podcast because it would be boring, then it's deep lore.
Okay, I guess you're right. I'll let you off this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god. I need to do live action game development, wherein I develop by live action.
You should develop via pen and paper.
Yeah, I should. I was thinking I'd do like the Just Dance game for the Xbox Connect. I was thinking I'd do that, except each pose correlates to like a character on the keyboard or a keyword or something. So I just do that.
What a terrible fate.
Yeah. The worst, in fact.
Oh man, when are you gonna make a video game of my narrative?
I don't know. Hopefully never. Oh, I don't know.
How much do I have to pay you?
Enough to like not. I mean, a lot. More than you have, because I would make sure it's more than you have.
How much is a lot? Give me a number. 25,000?
I was thinking if you paid me, I don't know, $4,000, that would be acceptable.
I was thinking I would have to save up $25,000. That's enough for SRS.
Oh yeah, or that better yet, $26,000. So that chances are when you're saving the 1,000, you'll just spend it on SRS instead, and then you'll have to save up all again.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a terrible fate.
What a terrible fate. But either way.
There's a lot of. There's a surprising amount of possible surgeries that are good.
Yeah, I know. It's just options, but. Oh well.
Money. I want to have to spend money. Ugh. Ugh.
Steam sent me an email today telling me that they paid me. Like they paid out the sales that I got. But they already paid out the sales 3 weeks ago. So it's a really, really late email.
Can you give us an estimate of how much you made?
Well, it was approximately $1,000 gross. Minus Steam's cut is about $700.
Holy shit, that's enough for rent.
Yeah, for like 1 month. Oh god. And then
I mean, it's 7 months in the Philippines.
Well, yes, but I'm not in the Philippines, am I?
Well, you should move there to become an ethical game developer, to have ethics.
No. I'm not doing it. Yeah.
You're a bitch.
Yeah.
Just agreed to that.
Yeah. I accept that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, the thing is that sales have just slowed down so much since the initial thing. I mean, I got an AMA with like 20,000 upvotes, and I only got 200 sales out of that. So I don't know. I wouldn't consider that to be a successful conversion, is the thing. That's a lot of like potential audience that saw the page and decided actually no. I mean, I've moved the price down, and that's actually helped like a lot. It's gone from like 1 sale every like 2 weeks to about a sale per day, which is real good. But yeah, it's still not great. It's still not enough to be sustainable yet. But it helps.
I should do a bunch of Let's Plays on Masochist.
You should Let's Play my entire game discography. You should go to my
Oh, yeah, I
website
should-
and just download and play
Have
all
you-
of them.
Have you seen the high scores for This Is Not an RPG?
No, I haven't.
Are they uploaded to the internet?
Yeah, they're on GameJolt.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I was looking at the high scores for that, and my friend Daymaster had almost all of the high scores besides Aaron and like one other guy.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, all the top 4. That's impressive. Yeah.
Why was Aaron playing that game so much?
I don't know. I don't know. Why is Daymaster playing that so much? He has like so many of the actual
Oh,
things.
she has.
Whatever.
She has.
She has so many of the actual like top scores there.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess she just really likes it.
That's good. I mean, it was well polished, I guess. It took me like 2 days to make. It's like one of the better things I've made, which is again kind of sad actually.
Yeah.
The super
I need to
displacement
play
is also
that
good.
game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Super Displacement looks really cool.
That's again one of the better things that I've made, I think.
Implying you've made anything good.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'm just kidding.
oh boy. Doodoo says OWO. I think that's grounds for being lynched or something.
Who's gonna get lynched on my stream?
Doodoo, dada,
Who?
in chat. I don't know. Somebody I don't
Nani?
know. Anime profile picture.
What's this? What's good in music? One sec. Let me look at this. Why was I on trash? Why was I on the 4chan board trash? Okay.
Oh god. Wish I knew.
Let's see. Let me read this. Who is this? Ooh woo. They're saying ooh woo.
Yeah. Not good, eh? Not good.
Do you not know slang? Who is this? Don't lynch me, my dudes. Who is
Okay.
this? I don't even know who you are.
I won't lynch you then. Don't worry. You're not gonna get lynched. It's somebody who clicks on obscure YouTube live streams, and that's bad. That's automatically bad. Because if they clicked on this live stream seeing it in their related videos, they are innately bad, and I don't like them. Click off this. This is bad. Don't even bother wasting your time here.
Don't be a bitch. But also,
Will do.
is there like a way to do that? Is there a way to just find obscure live streams?
I would think it'd just show up in like your related videos, like on the side. I don't know. How did you find this live stream? Explain this
Yes.
to me.
Explain this. Found through Rika, I think. Oh, Mr. Cynical.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Mr. Cynical linked the live stream I was on with him.
Okay.
And then I guess they subbed from the one me and Mr. Cynical did. I need to bully all of Mr. Cynical's followers.
Yeah,
that's
one
what
by
I need
one.
to do. Yeah, one by one. I need to line Mr. Cynical's followers up against the wall and shoot them.
Yes, you do.
With him right in front of it, because Mr. Cynical just hates cults of personality so much that the notion of anyone following him is disgusting. Oh yeah, he is a good dude. I really like Mr. Cynical. No, I will shoot you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not a Mr. Cynical fan, so I don't have to be shot.
Yeah, Alex Horatio has legitimate beef with Mr. Cynical. He did a whole video shitting on him.
Yeah, it's
This
because
is
he
real.
said something about music not being, or being too subjective to be adequately reviewed, and I was real upset about that, so I made a video about it. Crazy.
Yeah. I do that all the time on my main channel. That's just all I ever do now, is just make videos where I disagreed with my friends.
Oh yeah.
But he's been around my circle of friends. Oh yeah, that's fair. I think most people on his Twitter are just like friends of his or friends of his. I don't think he has any legitimate fans on there, just because he would never let that happen, because he hates cults of personalities so much.
Oh god.
He's the most anti-personality cult man I've ever met. Like, that dude, he legitimately like went insane whenever me and Foggy were telling him that in your art inherently you create a personality, just because the things that you're saying are individual. First of all, they're your ideas, and second of all, you inherently have a style in how you produce things, and so no matter how hard you try just to make it about the ideas, the fact that you're trying to just make it about your ideas is inherently a decision you subjectively made based on style, and so you are in there. The people who subscribe to his channel for his ideas are subscribing because he makes those ideas, by extent subscribing for him. And so it's literally impossible to get rid of personality cults. You would have to kill all of his subscribers in order to do that.
I see no problem with that.
Also, Doodoo in the chat says he's at my name is Doodoo on Twitter. I'm gonna follow this man.
Oh, you are
I don't think I've ever seen you around. But yeah, what are your thoughts on personality cults, Alex? Are they good for art? Are they destroying YouTube? What do you think?
I don't think they have any necessarily meaningful impact. I think it's human nature to do that sort of thing. I don't think it hurts the art at all. I think it's fine. I think it's just the way that people react to things, and that's fine. Again, it's okay.
Yeah. Mr. Cynical hating human nature, I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
jeez.
When are you going to do a let's play of all of my games? From starting from the oldest to the newest. When are you going to do that?
Oh, jeez.
When are you going to do
Jesus Christ. You want me to finish them?
They're all really... I mean, it would take you maybe an hour. Masochist might take you longer, but you don't have to finish it. I mean, they're all really short, or like they don't end. Like, you know.
I never got past the first level on Masochist because it was too hard.
Yeah, fair enough.
That game, I kind of like Masochist, but at the same time, it's like kind of bad.
Yeah.
It gets really repetitive, first of all, and like I don't know, it's just like the way everything looks is just kind of boring. Like the art style just looks boring to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to feel about it. It's a fine game. I enjoy the game, but I don't know. It's just kind of it feels like it could be a lot more.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, I get it. The thing is that I wanted it to be more too, but by the end I was already like 9 months into development, and I just wanted it to be over, so I just pretty much put a bow tie on it and then shipped it, because I was spending way too long on it and I did not want to spend that much time. Oh boy, he's leaving. Goodbye. But yeah, it would have benefited from me not messing up like so many times and changing it, and not wasting so much time, as I think the big one, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a learning experience. It was the first, or not the first game you did, but it was the first like big project you were doing.
It was the first commercial.
I guess my biggest. Yeah, I guess my biggest problem with it just was the aesthetic. Everything else is kind of fine, but the difficulty curve is a little bit weird. Has kind of a weird mechanic, but it's cool. Like, the thing that just bothered me the most was just how the game looks. But I think that's really just a personal issue on my side.
Yeah, I mean, I really like how it looks. I'm gonna be honest. I like the style I went with. I like the designs and stuff. I think it looks pretty good. I get that you don't. I mean, it's really polarizing. Some people really like it. but some people really don't. It's strangely, because I wouldn't expect that to be polarizing. But
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, with the first level especially, there's just a lot of, like, grays and browns and stuff and greens, and it just looks weird. It's not, like, the most vibrant first level to go into. Like, I would have rather gone into, like, the snow level at first, just because that looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think
But,
the first
I mean,
level is
it's
more
a fun
sort of
game.
space looking. It sort of gets you into the mode that it's like in space is the idea. But if you don't like the colors, I mean, that's fine. But
Yeah. I should play the game more. I'm only ever, like, on my mom's laptop very rarely, because I don't go to her house that often, so my computer literally cannot run it.
Okay.
It's too powerful. Your game is just too powerful for my
Man.
computer, Alex.
Yikes. I mean, yeah, I put the game onto my laptop and I optimized it specifically for that kind of like very low thing, and I did some really cool, neat optimizations, but they're not gonna work. I mean, you can't even run the Godot engine on your laptop, can you?
On my mom's laptop, yes, but it messes up a lot. It's it runs very slow, essentially.
Okay. So yeah, realistically, it's not really good for that then.
Her Masochiz runs on her laptop, but on
Oh.
my computer it does not run.
Oh, okay. Wait, does
Yeah,
the engine run on your computer?
Godot?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah, I mean, if the engine doesn't run, then I can't make my game run, is basically it. I mean, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, that's just the constraints of using an engine in general, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, also it's the constraint of using a Windows XP computer. You're forcing to run 7.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not gonna help.
Oh man, when are you gonna design all your games for Windows XP?
Well, I think technically the Godot engine supports Windows XP, so... Yeah. There you go.
Really?
I mean, logically it should,
Why?
yes. Because it doesn't actually require any extra work. It's a library thing. The thing is that with compatibility between XP and 7 is just because certain libraries upgrade when are upgraded on Windows 7 and they stop supporting Windows XP features. But the thing is, all the libraries that Godot relies on are very minimal. They're libgl, OpenAL, OpenGL, and something else. But the thing is, those don't change because those are all open source projects anyway. So you just get the latest version of that, or like an old version, and it'll run logically. So I don't know about anything earlier than XP. I wouldn't bet on that because XP was really the first one to use proper hardware accelerated stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technicalities are cool.
Yeah. Just me
I
being
think I'm.
actually quite knowledgeable about computers is just interjecting knowledge sometimes. Enjoy.
Yeah. The reason you do YouTube is just interjecting.
Yep. If I may interject, which you are referring to as GNU slash Linux, or as I've recently taken to calling it GNU plus Linux, is actually blah blah blah, rest of the copy pasta. I can never remember past this point.
Yeah. I think we should end off this live stream here.
Yes, we should. We should have ended it, like, before we even began. This should have never started. But, yeah. Okay.
We should do more of these. We should do these every day.
That is a horrible nightmare, and I hate that.
Oh, jeez. What a great idea. I have the best ideas. End it, you bitch.
Okay, fine. I'm in.